There is a specific point in a crisis where the door shuts and the lock turns. It is the moment when hope feels buried and the story appears irreversibly finished. To understand absolute finality, we look to the historical setting of first-century Jerusalem. Burial practices of this era involved carving a chamber into solid rock and rolling a multi-ton stone across the entrance. Once the stone dropped into its grooved track, the space was sealed entirely from the outside world. After that heavy stone settled, the environment fell completely silent. The seal was set, and the physical barrier confirmed that death had spoken the final word. That heavy, quiet finality creates a specific human fear, the illusion that a period of silence means an ending is permanently irreversible. But these seals' entrances aren't confined to the ancient world. They appear as a failed relationship, a collapsed business, or a dream locked away. These are the situations that look entirely over.
Facing those barriers forces a difficult question. Is a closed door and a quiet room actually proof that the narrative is finished? We often confuse the limits of our own strength with the absolute end of the story. A heavy stone represents an ending only until it meets a superior force. This ancient Greek manuscript of the Gospel of Matthew documents a moment when a new force disrupted the natural order. The text describes the first operational phase of this power, its ability to work entirely beneath the surface, out of public view. While the outside world observed total silence, an uncontainable divine force was gathering kinetic momentum inside that sealed chamber. In the mechanics of resurrection power, silence does not indicate an absence of activity. It is the incubation period for a massive reversal. That hidden incubation eventually gave way to a visible, world-altering manifestation. This photograph shows a rolling stone similar to the one described in the accounts. The historical record states the heavy barrier was forced out of its tracks, leaving the tomb entrance wide open. This diagram tracks the physical momentum of the event. This eruption aggressively defeated death, generating the kinetic force required to shatter the grave. Humanity still marks the epicenter of this specific blast site. This structure, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, marks the location where that eruption is claimed to have occurred. This event proved that death is merely a boundary that can be breached, not an absolute, impenetrable wall. Once released into the world, this resurrection power established ongoing, predictable characteristics. First, it actively raises what has been buried, lifting up the parts of life that have been pushed into the dark. Second, it actively restores. It takes elements that have been broken or damaged and repairs the structure. This cycle functions as a dynamic engine, engineering new beginnings out of final, dead endings. This dynamic applies directly to the personal tomb you are standing in front of today, facing situations that feel final. The same force that generated the eruption in the first century is available to raise you too. Because of this eruption, no broken ending is beyond the reach of a new beginning. Out of silence, power emerged. Out of the grave, unstoppable glory was released.